Christmas! Days Before Christmas is a side-scrolling platformer released for the Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis if you will, and the Super Nintendo, and it has the Christmas blessing of not being a complete pile of coal. The player controls Santa Claus as he races to save Christmas from an evil snowman who's imprisoned Santa's elves and captured his reindeer. Santa faces foes such as giant rats, evil toys and living snowmen, and he uses his Santa magical powers to turn them all into harmless Christmas presents. He can also collect a power-up that makes him shoot flames which melt ice. Santa's magic can also be used to open Christmas presents scattered around the levels. These presents may contain enemies, power-ups or even bombs. Santa's energy level is represented by Santa's hats, which represent how many hits he can take before losing a life. You can collect more hats to replenish his lost energy. The game's most remarkable feature is Santa's ability to turn into his evil twin, Anti-Claus, by drinking a cup of coffee. Santa transforms into a blue-suited, devilish-looking version of himself. As Anti-Claus, Santa is invincible, but unable to use his magic or collect gifts. His primary method of attack when like this is by swinging his sack at his enemies, and no one likes to be hit by a sack. Controlling Santa is very responsive, and the animation on him and the rest of the characters in the game is nice and smooth. And the levels themselves are quite varied, from Santa's home to his workshops and for some reason treasure caves like the ones found in Aladdin. There are also boss fights throughout the game, pitting you against some evil Christmas bastards like an evil snowman, a giant rat and the final boss, which admittedly is pretty disappointing, a big thundercloud. Then there are flying stages, where you get to fly around various cities around the world delivering presents to all of the little children. Isn't that nice? So, as with most Christmas games, this is aimed at younger audiences, so it's forgivable that it's not the hardest game out there. There are 24 levels, all represented on an advent calendar, which is a nice touch. Overall though, the game is actually great in terms of its Christmasness, if that's even a word, and it's actually good fun for us older kids too. Definitely one that's worth bringing out on Christmas.